Welcome to Smart Architectural Programming. This is your official video companion to our book Introduction to Java. In today's episode, we're diving into one of the most essential tools in Java, the Java Core API, especially the scanner class. So, first of all, before we move into the scanner class, what we need to understand more importantly is what is the Java Core API. That's something we need to understand, right? So, let's understand what it is, right? Java Core API is a set of foundational libraries provided by Java that allows you to build powerful applications without needing external tools or libraries. These APIs include classes for input, output, data structures, math operations, networking, and much more. One of the most frequently used classes from Java, from the java.util package, is the scanner class, a flexible and powerful utility for reading input. So, what is the scanner class, right? Scanner class is part of java.util package. It's primarily used to parse primitive types and strings using regular expressions. A key breakdown of its methods can be seen here. Let me use my trusty pen, change the color to red so it's more apparent. So this is a list of tools that you can find of the key methods that are available in java.util. You can use the scanner class. Next line, int, next double, has next, and has next int. Here are some of the key methods in the scanner class. As you can see, we mentioned here. So what does this one do? What does next do? Basically, what next does is it reads the next token. What about next line? Next line, what it does is it reads the entire line. Next int and next double, what do these two do? Next int and next double. What do these two hope to achieve? They hope to achieve for numeric input. And has next and has next input help check input availability. This one here. So, what does this code snippet at the bottom here show us? We're building a new scanner object here, right? Then we're using print in to have someone enter their name. And then we're using the string name equals to sc next line, right? So what it's doing is it's going to find the next line, which is basically the name that the user entered, and save it. Basically, that's all it's doing. The scanner class reads input and reads it effectively. So using the scanner class, we can also read from keyboard. How do we go about doing that? When you see scanner with system.in, you can read from the text keyboard, which is a perfect for user-driven application. So as you can see, the snippet prompts the user, takes integer input. It prompts the user. It basically, first we define a scanner object here with system.in that we're mentioning, which allows us to read from the keyword. Then we have them write their name. Then we're using the input.nextInt function here to read that value. And then we print that message, basically how old you are, right? So remember to handle exceptions in real world examples. Here we're going very simple and very bare bones just to explain the concept. But in real world, you'll definitely need to set up some exception handling to make sure this doesn't go around, like with any input from a third-party source. So how can you use the scanner to read from a file? Scanner can also read from files. Just passed a file object instead of system.in. What do you mean by that? What do I mean by that, rather, right? Always use try-catch blocks, as you can see here, and to handle file not found exceptions, and don't forget to close your scanner. So how does this relate to the code here? Basically, you can read from files just by passing a file object instead of system.in. So here we're passing the file object in Java, and then we're using has next line to basically read from that file object, and then we're closing that file reader as well to clear the memory. So you can use scanner to read from file, and previously you were using scanner to read from the keyboard, and previously before that you understood what a scanner class was. So there's a tremendous amount of utility associated with the scanner class in Java. So with that, we're moving into another aspect to it, how to use scanner to read from a string, right? So in a lot of circumstances, you might have noticed you need to parse data from a string. Scanner makes that easy too. So as you can look at this code snippet here, this is useful when processing input that isn't from the user or a file, right? So this is very simple. For example, from the database or an API response, we can just scan the string and get the option. So we get data like this from, let's say, some external source, 100, 200, 300, right? It's in string. These digits are in string. Then we basically create the scanner class and name it data. So then we convert the string scanner dot has next int. That's the name of the scanner class that we created. And while run that if an int number equals to standard class next int. So it finds the int in that string, converts it into an actual int, and saves it as a number. So it's a pretty useful little utility. And there's a lot of these useful little utilities that you can find across the scanner class. And that's what we're doing here. So just a quick recap of what we understood in this video. We read input from a keyword using the scanner class. We understood what the scanner class was first. Then we read input from the keyword from the scanner class. We read data from files in the scanner class. We learned how to parse values from strings in scanner class. And we used powerful methods like next, next line, and has next int to basically find utility in Java in scanning user input. So if you found this helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and click the bell icon for more Java insights. And don't forget, this video is a companion to our Introduction to Java book from Smart Architectural Programming. For code examples, exercises, and deeper dives, grab a copy now so that you may have better understanding on Java. With that, we're going to wrap this video up, and we'll see you in our next video. Thank you.